My check. All right, welcome back. So, going back, 'di ba may six tayong possible transactions? Ulitin natin sila isa-isa. So, first we have our all right, investments. We have our service revenue. So these two we discussed earlier, and now I'm gonna continue with our payables, expenses incurred, then notes, and lastly, our drawings. So dito sa payables, okay, let's create a separate section. Payables. The idea here is you purchase a product. So let's say that our scenario is Mr. Avila purchases um, a building on account on October 1, 2025. So purchase on account. Ang lumalabas dito is the two areas that are being worked on are, first we have our assets, and then second we have our liabilities. So assets, because after we purchase the building, naging asset na natin yung building. So ang ating particulars dito is the building for assets. And then ang ating liabilities naman is yun din, the cost for, double check ko lang. Yeah, the accounts payable kasi eventually we have to pay it, yung building. So when you purchase something on account, purchase on account, that is considered accounts payable. So dito, mukhang tumataas naman yung assets, saka yung liabilities, going up din siya. So what you can conclude is, if you follow our mnemonic earlier, so alere, so debits. So kapag normal balance siya, meaning tumataas lang siya, wala siyang decrease, ang nilalagay siya sa debits, tapos liabilities credits, equity credits, revenue credits, and then expenses debits. So dito, ang assets natin, ang building ay sa ating debits, while ang ating liabilities ay sa credits. Now we make the transaction. So pang ilan na to? Pang-apat. Yeah, pang-apat na to. So number 4, and then DD, MM, YY. So date 01 August 2025, tapos particulars, tapos PR, also known as post reference, and then debits and credits. So debits mo na mauuna. So ang ating unahing particular, ang ating building. So building, and then, oh, wala pala ditong money. So on account, or let's say for 50 million. Yan. Wala palang account. I mean, pera. So 50 million, you purchase it. So you put it on the debit side. And then, yung accounts payable natin, payable, you put that on the credit side. And then you note. So, to record, purchase of land on account. So, tama ba? Accurate ba? To record the payment of oil. Yung nilagay nila is kailangan daw may date. So, next time, lagyan rin natin ng date yan. On account on October. Ah, last pala. Last, hindi pala on. So, last October 1. Yan. That's how you do ang ating payables. Now, moving on, our next one would be expenses incurred. So, kapag sa expenses incurred naman, ang naglalaro dito ay, of course, yung expenses and then probably assets. Wait, let me double check. Assets nga ba? Yeah, tama. So, I'll get the scenario based on this. So, the scenario for ating expenses incurred is this. So, on December 14, paid office rent for the month of November. So, 50,000. Right. So, as usual, since we know that assets and expenses are at play, we figure out the particulars and we figure out if susundan ba natin yung normal balance or hindi. So, kapag nagbayad ka ng office rent, hmm, parang asset siya. So, tumataas naman yung asset kasi you won't have to worry about it eventually. Ay, wait. Pero that only applies kapag prepaid. So, kasi kapag prepaid siya, prepaid is when you pay for something in advance pero you don't receive it yet. So, kapag ganun, asset. Pero kapag ganito lang, hindi siya. So, ang ating asset would be cash. That is our particular kasi nakalagay dito, paid. And then expenses naman is ang ating rent utilities. Right, our rent utilities. So, wait, hold on. So, yung assets natin, hindi siya nag-i-increase, pero rather, nagde-decrease siya kasi you pay the office rent. So, ang ating assets ay ganyan. And although dati, debit siya, ngayon, we record it sa credits. Now, si expenses, since siya yung nandito sa pinaka right banda, debit siya usually nire-record kapag normal balance. And dito, parang wala namang issues. So, it's safe to assume that we can record it ng debit. So now, we can create our table. So, pang ilan na to? Fifth. Right, fifth. So, as usual, all right, particulars, PR, debit palagi muna, and then credit. So, although assets, usually, yan yung nauuna, sinusundan pa talaga natin yung debits, hindi yung credits. So, we have to record first our expenses, which is our rent utility. So, rent utilities. So dito, we put it here, 50. And then, cash, 50K sa credits. So, ang goal naman natin is balance ng dalawa. So, date, nauna pa talaga yung ano eh, debit sa credits before yung date. Pero, 14/12/2025. And then our note, to record, to record the payment of rent for the month of December. So that is how you do expenses incurred. That's how you do journalizing transactions. Now, dalawa na lang yung natitira, which are notes and drawings. So, move naman tayo sa notes. Let's create a new space for that. Right. So, kapag sa notes, ang unique dito is that there are three instead of two areas at play. What do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. So, here's our sample scenario. December 20, purchased, purchased Rolls-Royce for, alam mo kano ba ngayon yan? 56 million? Or 56 million? 56 million. Then, we paid 1 million cash. Paid 1 million cash. And issued a note for the balance. Okay. So dito, kita mong tatlo yung at play. So, syempre, purchased yan. So, when you purchase something like yung land kanina, you have assets. So, yung asset natin, tumataas siya. So, ang ating particulars, sige, ano hinan lang natin din. Like, that's, so particulars is ang ating Rolls Royce. So, ano po ba? Asset din, bumaba din yung asset natin, which is yung cash. Kasi nagbayad tayo ng 1 million. So, bumaba rin yung asset natin. So, ito, debits na siya. Ito, credits kasi bumaba nga siya. And then, issued a note kasi kailangan pang bayaran yung 55 million na hindi pa nababayaran. So, that will be under liabilities. And alam naman natin na ang liabilities natin dito, it follows the normal balance kasi hindi naman siya nagdi-decrease. So, dito, ang normal ng liabilities ay credits. Yan. So, dito, issued a note. So, kapag notes yung ano natin, notes yung focus of, or ang ating focus ngayon. So, kapag notes, lalagay natin ng particulars, it's notes payable. Ayan. Now, now that we've identified our factors, it's time to solve. So, meron tayong, anong pangilan na to? I should really keep track. So, 6 na to. So, 6 tapos BD, YY. Ano ba to? December 26 ba to? 20. Okay. 20/12/2025. Particulars. Tapos, ER. So, debits. Credits. So, as usual, kailangan unahin yung ang ating debits. So, mauna talaga ang ating particular si Rolls-Royce. Maling spelling. Maling spelling ng Rolls-Royce natin. Rolls-Royce for 56. 56. 56 million, you put that in debits. Tapos, we have naman our credits. Our credits are, so ito, since dalawa yung credits natin, you have to decide ano bang uunahin natin. And usually, ang fina-follow na rule dyan is, yung pinakamalapit sa cash, yun yung inuuna talaga. Like, the more it is able to be liquidated. So kapag liquidated, ang ibig sabihin nun is kung gaano ba siya kalapit sa cash. So ito, mas malapit naman yung cash kasi sa notes payable. So, unahin natin yung cash. So ito, our cash, we put that over here. So, 1 million siya. And then, ang ating liabilities, ang ating notes payable is 55 million. Wow, big numbers. So ito, when you add these two, they're equal. And kapag equal sila, you're on the right track. And then, yung last na lang natin is yung notes. So, uh, to record the purchase of Rolls-Royce, partly paid in cash and notes. So that is how you record for the notes payable. Ito, ang interesting dito is that tatlo yung tatlo yung accounting equations. That's how you call it, not areas. You call it accounting equations. I think, I'm not sure, I'm not ABM, pero yung alere, tatlo yung ganyan dun. So, that's what's interesting about notes payable. So ito, ang last natin is yung drawings. So, we'll have another area for drawings. Okay. So, we have drawings. And our sample scenario for drawings is for 25. Oops. Exit muna natin ng month end. Okay. Withdraw cash. Cash amounting to 80K for personal use. So dito, ang dalawa na nangyayari is, syempre, kasi since kapag namirinig nyo yung withdraw, withdraw, that has something to do with the equity. So when you withdraw, you get the money you invested from the company, you get it back. So kapag ganyan nangyayari, yung equity ay it decreases. So ang equity natin, di ba dati is you follow credits. Pero since nag-decrease nga siya, you have to follow the debit. So yung equity nyo, kailangan mong ilagay sa debit side instead of the credit side. And ano pa ba yung isang nag, um, what other thing is with equity? That would probably be the asset. So yung asset natin, which is ating cash. So equity, yung particulars natin dyan is yung, let's say, your pangalan ng investor, tapos you put a comma, tapos drawings. Okay, kaya pa ba? Ayan. So, asset, bumaba ba yung cash? Kasi kapag yung cash, bumaba ba siya? Well, titignan ko muna yung kodigo ko. Pero sa tingin ko bumaba siya. So, let me double check. Okay. Ah, yung asset nag-decrease din. Pero bakit? Ba't kayo nag-decrease yung asset? Well, I don't know how to explain why asset went down. Pero what you can see is that kapag 'di ba usually ang asset usually debit siya. So kapag debits parehas yung dalawa, that wouldn't make sense. So it would only be logical that if equity, if the truth, if the ultimate truth is that equity is debits, then the asset must be credits. So if the asset is credits, ang ibig sabihin lang nun is bumaba yung cash natin. So even though walang nakalagay sa item na nag-minus yung cash, logically speaking, magma-minus siya kasi hindi pwedeng parehas silang debits. So yun, now that we've eliminated this one and credits na yung asset natin, we can now do our table. So pangilan na to siguro? Pangilan na to? Okay, pang seventh na to. Okay, so number 7, uh, DDMMYYY. So we have 25. Oh, grabe. Christmas talaga. Christmas na Christmas, oh. So, December 2025, particulars. All right. At this point, I've gotten so used to this, I feel like I can ace the exam. Pero, mauna talaga yung debit. So, Avila drawings. Ay, oh, tama. Okay, Avila drawings was cash. So, you put 80K here, 80,000. Tapos sa cash naman, 80,000. And then, notes natin. So, um, two, right? Hello, I'm back. Apologies for that. So where were we? Ah, notes. Okay. Before we can just put to record the withdrawal of cash, plus yung date on December 25. So that's how you do drawings. So this is just the two steps. First two steps of uh, this is just the first two steps in the accounting cycle for a service business. So there are six more to go. I'm not sure if I can discuss it kasi itong dalawang steps na to, madali lang siya to be honest compared to the other ones. But we'll see. Pero ayun, I hope you enjoyed. I not really enjoyed this. It's like me, it was me who enjoyed. Pero well, I hope you were able to learn then or at least be refreshed about the first two steps in the accounting cycle for a service business, which are analyzing the transactions and then journalizing transactions. So, all right, that will be all. So, those will be the first two videos in our accountancy series. So, yeah, thank you.